Hi, this is Phil Hartman with PH Fabrication, Horton Race Cars. Just wanted to give you guys a weekly shop update. So if you've all been following me the past few weeks, I've had the privilege of having Matt, the camera guy, follow me around the shop and help me with the weekly shop update. But Matt had to take off and go on a business trip, so we are going back to my old ways. The shop's been pretty busy. So on the A-Fuel car, we've got pretty much everything done on it. The last few things we had to do was make sure all the body panels fit and check the Zeus fasteners. We are still waiting on some powder coat and anodizing to get back, but hopefully Tuesday the customer can come pick it up. Actually, Megan Smith and John Bodie Smith came last night and to make sure Megan was satisfied with the cockpit of the car on how the levers were and made sure everything was the way she wanted. So that turned out really nice, and looking forward to seeing this car on the track. Over here on the Landspeed car, it's been a busy week on it also. Jayed has been busy getting the fuel tank fitted behind the driver. That's why you can see the rear bulkhead has moved back. Jeremy, another guy that I got working at the shop, he was able to get these plates put in along with getting the rear flange put onto the body. So the plates and the rear flange are both going to be Zeus panels. This way we can attach the midsection of the body to the rear section, also attach the body to the frame. So it's a lot of little things that need to come together to make everything fit the way it needs to fit. The rear end we've been busy with getting squared up. Okay, so we're going to square it up and we'll get it close. We might have to do some fine tuning once the car's on the ground, but at least that part will be done. Up here on the front half of the car, you can see we got one of the shocks mounted into place. Really a neat setup, and it's always neat for me to see how this all works, even though it's something we built. It's just kind of a unique setup, so it's kind of cool to see it come together. As you can see, we got the fire bottle in place. Now, that's a single fire bottle. Normally you'd have 2 fire bottles on this car. This bottle is only going to be for the driver, basically the driver section. We are having another fire extinguisher system put in. We'll put it in for the engine bay. It's a little bit different chemical in the engine bay than you'd want for the driver. Also up in the front, we're going to mount a CO2 bottle and a fresh air bottle. We got the Simpson fresh air bottle, and that fresh air bottle is actually going to be used to give the driver fresh air if you ever get into an accident or a fire. He's got breathable air always coming to his helmet. It's kind of a neat system. It's been used on funny cars for years. And then we have a CO2 bottle that will run a lot of his electronics or a lot of the systems that the car uses. So that'll all be mounted up in the front. Another section of the car we've been busy working on is the canopy. We'll come over here and check this out. So this canopy has been a challenge, but it's been a fun project. Definitely one of my more challenging projects, trying to get everything to fit. Not only do you have to make the windshield fit the body and make the frame fit the body, then you got to make the windshield fit your frame. And this frame is kind of based off an aircraft framework. Everything's made out of 60 thousandths aluminum. You can see it's riveted together. And the windshield will be installed with 8 or 1032 screws, probably aluminum nuts. But you can see how this is actually 2 pieces of aluminum and then sometimes 3 sandwiched together, which makes everything really, really rigid, but yet very, very lightweight. Now, the Landspeed car doesn't need to be lightweight, but when you're lifting a canopy up and down, I figured being a little bit light won't hurt anything. So as you can see, the canopy turned out and it's really pretty rigid. Up in the front, we've got just an aluminum plate that is sandwiched in, and that will act as our plate to mount our hinges to. And then we still have to just come up with a latch system to latch it to the car. So that's got a little bit more time to kind of rub on it and make it fit right, but we are real close to having that that installed also. Also this week, we got our blower back, and this blower is for Chris Dunn, the Boogeyman gasser, and we got it back from Tinsley's Powder Coating over in Powdersville, and Tinsley always does a really nice job. But blower turned out, it's gunmetal gray is what Chris wanted, and man, it just really turned out nice. So we're in the process of rebuilding it. Last week I was able to get some strips put in the two lobe rotors. So we just got to put the rotors on the lathe and cut the stripping down, and then get it reassembled. Well, that is all I've got for this week's weekly shop update. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.